Of all the games to be revealed last year, Evolve was easily my third most anticipated game to come out this year. It's made by the same guys that made the Left 4 Dead series, and the Left 4 Dead games were easily my favorite cooperative experience online. I practically shat myself with excitement when I got my hands on this game. But then I played it and shat myself for a different reason. For those of you that have been living on a crater on the moon for the last year, Evolve is an online multiplayer game that sees 4 hunters try to take down one monster. The 4 guys playing as the hunter get to chat to each other and try to strategize a way to take the monster down. The monster gets to sit in silence and listen to nothing but the rainforest and the tulips blossom. Other than that, there's no real story to speak of. It's basically an online multiplayer game with a very unique gameplay mechanic behind it. Story-wise, you gotta kill the monster and not die. There you go. Playing as the hunter, you'll get to select from 4 different classes, each with their very own unique abilities. There's the Assault, the Medic, the Support, and finally the Trapper, and each of them has to work as a team if you stand any chance of surviving against the beastlies. Playing as the monster, however, is a completely different kettle of fish. You start off as a very weak stage 1 monster and have to run around eating as much as you can to evolve up. Evolving up obviously makes you stronger, you can unlock more perks, and eventually you're strong enough to take on the hunters and kick some hunter ass. In terms of visuals, Evolve is a very good looking game. It runs on the latest version of the Cry engine, and it's easily one of the best looking games you've seen this year, until of course The Order comes out, which is gonna blow minds. When you trap the monster in a mobile arena, the poop literally hits the fan and things get really hectic on screen. The Xbox One version is 900p and locked to 30 frames a second, and no matter how intense things got, I didn't notice any major frame rate dips. The detailing of the monsters are absolutely superb, the hunters maybe not as good, and the environment's probably a little too small for my liking. But visually, it's not a bad looking game. In terms of Evolve's longevity, there are new hunters as well as weapons to keep grinding for to try and unlock. But unfortunately, Evolve certainly has a shelf life, and after about 10 games, you've seen everything the game has to offer. Playing as a hunter can be incredibly repetitive as you have to follow the monster around the map from one side to the other, and it starts to feel like a bit of a running simulator. The one saving grace is maybe the Horde mode that has the monsters come to attack you and you have to defend certain objectives, which does help a little. Playing as the monster is more fun in my opinion, and I personally will go back to playing the monster any day of the week. But overall, Evolve is a real hit or miss. You're either going to love it and play it for 100 hours, or you're going to play it for 10 hours, get bored, and trade it in for something else. So guys, it's with a heavy heart that I have to say that Evolve didn't quite live up to my expectation. I'm not saying that you're not going to love it, you might, but I do think that the people that are going to like this game are the minority. Not to say it's a crap game, it's just sadly not what we saw last year, and unfortunately certainly not better than Left 4 Dead. Whether you like it or not, zombie games are here and here to stay. This is by no means the first zombie game you've played, or even the 10th. But Techland, the guys behind Dead Island, have come up with something a little different. It's called Dying Light, and Techland are hoping that this open world zombie ROM is going to be like none other.